my channel. It's your girl Rihanna Cache, and in today's video I'm going to be doing basically a breakdown of my experience working at a library. And at the end, if you guys stay tuned, I will be putting you on to some of my current reads. And I think I want to make this a new part of my channel, like a new series of me exploring more books and putting you guys on to new stuff. Because if you do not know me, I am an avid reader. I love reading books. I find that they just take me to a different place. They're just so creative and adventurous, and I love reading. Typically fiction, urban stuff, contemporary stuff, romance for sure. And you guys will see that a little bit in the books that I chose to premiere at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. I feel like I haven't filmed in forever. How are you guys doing? You know, I feel like it's been a while. I finally finished my first semester of, my first year, my freshman year at Howard University like last week. So now your girl is free. We can just enjoy our summer and do what we do. But I definitely feel like I might go back to posting a video every week. I'm not gonna promise anything, but fingers crossed, because I feel like I have a lot of good content to upload for you guys. So I don't want to make this video too long. Let's get right into it. So first, of course, I'm gonna start with my experience working at the library. The library I worked at was a local public library here in Rochester, New York, and it happened to be like a children's library as well as an adult library, if that makes sense, which means like they had a children's side, which had like computers and programs, and they put on special events like magician shows, American Girl doll shows, things like the science museum and the observatory, really fun stuff for the kids. And they had literacy aids which read to them, and I was one of those. And then the adult side just pretty much had adult literature and adult computers and stuff like that, and faxing machines, all that other good stuff. So essentially I got into the library through school. Our school partners with the public libraries, and basically you can fill out an application for a summer job when you're about 16, I believe. And so I turned 16. I really wanted to work somewhere. I had been applying to other places, and I think at this point I had already worked. No, I don't think. I know at this point I had already worked at a movie theater, Chipotle. I was like, I want to try something different, and I feel like this is fit for me because I've always loved reading and I'm really good with kids, so this would be a really good fit. So the position I was going for was the literacy aid, which means you pretty much read to children and help them understand what they just read so that they can develop better comprehension skills and literacy skills. So I filled out my application, turned it in, but I happened to be just a smidge too late. So pretty much I got waitlisted, and I was told that if one of the other students that applied for the position could not fill it, or if something opened up, they'll let me know. I was like number 2 on a 3-people wait list, and all of a sudden one day I had already just solidified a job. I think I just started working at Foot Locker, and then I get the call, hey, you're off the wait list, would you like to work at this library? And I was like, I know I just started Foot Locker, but like this could be more money and this could be a really good opportunity being a city job and all that. So I was just like, yep. So I took it, and that summer I became a literacy aid to little kids. I served snacks and read to them, and organized shelves and stuff. Essentially, before I even was able to get into the job, the things I had to go through to get it, it was a lot. I had to take pictures, like I don't know, I'm not gonna call it mug shots, but that's what it felt like, and get my fingerprints done and stuff, because it's a city job, so they needed all these requirements and things like that. And then you also had to maintain a certain amount of grades or whatever. I think you had to have at least over a 3.0 or a 3.5, because obviously you're going to be reading other kids. You have to make sure you're literate to teach other people, you know? So after the summer ended, I was approached by the manager, and we're going to call the manager Allie. I don't know where that came from, but we're going to call her Allie. Allie was a very sweet manager. She was very understanding of everything and very accommodating. She was one of my favorite managers. Okay, my camera died for whatever reason. But anywho, Allie approached me, and she basically was saying how their page had just left and they had a new opening position, and I qualified. If I wanted it, it was mine. So even though I had been working at Foot Locker, I wasn't getting as much hours as I like. So I was like, you know what, this could just be a perfect opportunity for me to make more money and do something I love. I love working at the library, so I thought, why not? So I went from literacy aid to page, and page is pretty much stock shelves, put up books, clean stuff. And because I had already been trained to be a literacy aid before I became a page, when there was nothing to do, I could always hang out with the kiddies, play games with them, keep them entertained, read with them, even though that wasn't a part of my job description anymore. But it was like I already had the training and it wasn't like a big deal to me. I would rather do that than kind of just sit there and be bored. So yeah, I ended up becoming a page. And to describe the atmosphere of the library, it was always very easy. I'm not gonna say always. There were times, mind you, this is a public library in a very distraught city. Essentially, it was a cool atmosphere besides those little tweaks here and there. It was chill. Everybody got along with each other. I will say, I don't really like how it wasn't a lot of diversity. Around the time I left, another page came in who happened to be African American, but before that, it really was just like, I think I was the only African American there. No, that's a lie. There was a librarian and it was two other librarians, but they were older than me that were African American. I guess that was a con, but besides that, everybody was super sweet. It was super fun environment. The kids would have parties and everybody can join in. And everybody would bring snacks and food all the time for everybody. And there's so many benefits to working at the library. Like, we always had access to coupons and tickets to things like museums and shows going on. And it was just a really good vibe. Like, if you like to read a lot, if you like a cozy job, it really is perfect. It's like not doing too much, it's not lifting too much, you're not overly tired when you get off. It was really chill. And I honestly love working there. To get into the hours and pay of the job, I was getting paid minimum wage at the time, which at the time was about $11.75. And I was working probably 15 hours a week. As a page, you can't work over 18 hours, but I wasn't touching 18 hours because at the time I was also working at Foot Locker. But, you know, it was a little cute little pocket change or whatever to make money for clothes, and at the time I had just got my car, so I needed gas money and to make sure I had money for repairs if I needed them. But it was definitely, it could have paid a little bit more, especially for a city job, but I feel like our city is a little impoverished, our city is a little broke, so we don't really have a lot of money in our city, so I understand why I got paid what I did. But also it was like, I mean, it's decently paying job, seeing that you really don't have to do too much for it. Now, after hearing all that, you're probably wondering why I left, seeing that I loved it so much. I had to leave because I ended up taking an aid job. Also, around this time I left, it was around the time that everything got shut down because of COVID. Once it started to get really bad, they were kind of considering layoffs. I already thought that I was going to get fired since I wasn't like essential or that important. If I had known they were going to go about it the way they did, I probably would have stayed. I thought we were going to stay open and people were still going to come in and stuff, and I felt like, ew, I'm going to get sick. And they told us that that was going to happen, and if you felt like you had people at home with weaker immune systems or you didn't feel comfortable, you could leave. So I assumed that was going to happen, and I left. But then they end up going a different route, and they kind of do things where it's like you have to wait outside to pick up your books. And yeah, so if I would have known that, I probably would have stayed. I'm not sure, because the job I have now does pay a little bit better. But I really enjoyed working there. It was a really nice experience, and I definitely would consider working at another library, like a bookstore or something. I think that'd be really dope. So pretty much that concludes the portion about my experience working at the library. And now I want to get into my discussion about books or whatever. So the first book or books that I want to start with are these ones. I'm pretty sure you've already seen these so many places. This is the To All the Boys I've Loved Before series by Jenny Han. This is in like the, I'm trying to figure out the genre for this. Romance, teen romance, YA, fiction romance genre. And pretty much these are essentially about a girl named Lara Jean Covey, if you want to be exact, who is experiencing her first love in high school, and it's so cute. And if you've ever seen the movies on Netflix, Those are really cute and I love the aesthetic of them, and they really convey the story, but there's so many details that it misses out that I wish were in the movie, that if you read it you can just fall in love again with the series. I just highly, if you love the movies, you should definitely check out the books. If you've already read the books, you should check out the movies, but I really do recommend the books. Like, they're so good. If I were to give it a grade out of like 5, I would give it, 5 being the highest, I would give this book like a 4.5. It's really good. If you like romance, teen stuff, like, it's really good. Moving on to my newest summer read. This started the summer off for me because I literally just started this when I ended school. I've been trying to get my hands on more urban, contemporary, African-American protagonist type books, and so I found this. I found it on Amazon. It's called Smash It by Francina Simone, and I'm still reading it. Essentially, this book is about this girl named Olivia, and she is such a scary cat. Honestly, I feel like I identify with her, and that's why I brought the book after reading the little blurb or synopsis, because I was like, oh my god, that's me. She's so shy, and she's in high school, and she doesn't really go to parties or anything like that, and one day she just makes an F-it list. So she makes a list of things that she wants to get over with and like just go ahead and go for it. Which includes going to parties, making more friends, and she ends up falling in love with her best friend as well. But there's also another love interest, so it makes it kind of spicy. It's just really good. If you want to get taken back to your high school days and you want to feel like a teenage girl again, or if you are a teenage girl and you can identify with her, I just really feel like this is a really good read. I would identify it in the genre of like maybe YA drama or something like that. It definitely has romance in it, but it's more like drama, YA type stuff. If I were to grade this out of 5, so far I will say the beginning is pretty slow, but so far I'd probably say I'd give it about a 3.5, maybe a 4. Yeah, that's how I feel about this so far. And now I just want to get into some future book choices I'm looking to check out, so we can read it together if you guys want. And I'll try to insert a picture or something on the screen. I've been interested in Jenny Han's summer book collection. I feel like if I loved her To All the Boys collection, I'm gonna love that one. And I feel like it's gonna be really cute, aesthetically pleasing, and I heard they're potentially gonna make movies out of it. I definitely want to read it before the movies come out. And then I also was thinking about Concrete Rose by Angie Thomas. If you haven't already read The Hate You Give, you need to go check that out. Stop watching the video, go watch the movie, go read the book. It is really good. Angie Thomas is an African-American author, and she just makes some really authentic work, and I love reading her work, so I think Concrete Rose is going to be a really good read. And then the last book I was thinking about checking out is The Revolution of Birdie Randolph by Brandy Colbert, and essentially this book is about like this girl who is Nigerian. She comes from a Nigerian family, and it's about a 16-year-old black girl working to figure out family, love, and what she really wants in life. Yeah. There's more to it if you look up the synopsis, but pretty much that's like the basis of what that book is about, and I really think I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm looking forward to having another African-American protagonist that I can identify and relate to. And yeah, that pretty much concludes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it inspired you to maybe try out to work at a library, or at least visit a library, because I know a lot of people have never visited a library in their life, and I think that is really sad. Libraries just have so much to offer. I know you can always order books on Amazon or Walmart or go to the store and pick some up, but it's a different experience going to the library to rent it out and to look at all the options and what's new out and talk to a librarian and just get that vibe. As well as, I hope this video inspired you guys to read some more if you don't already read, or gave you some ideas of some other good books to read. This series is probably going to be ongoing, so let me know what you guys are reading down below. Keep you guys updated and posted about what I'm currently reading. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching this video. Bye! You're a strawberry kiss, 'cause nothing is sweet.